YouTube. Today I bring you a review of the new South Park episode titled #Rehash. I'm not really a fan of South Park, so I'll be reviewing it more from a totally off model, not your diehard South Park fan standpoint. So South Park is actually amazing to me how much of a fan base it has. I remember watching it a while ago, and I think it was definitely a funny show. But overall, I am not a diehard fan, and this episode I actually thought was kind of boring. The episode is focusing on two very big aspects of American culture, one being like YouTube life and the other being the music industry. Now, the music industry part of it I didn't like because I didn't find it to be really funny. They had parodies of Iggy Azalea, parodies of Miley Cyrus, parodies of Nicki Minaj, who are all characters who I solemnly believe could totally and should be parodied in multiple shows. But I just felt the approach to their parodies were not that good. I mean, Miley Cyrus barely did anything. Iggy Azalea's parody I didn't even understand, which might just show how I don't know much about that popular culture or her in popular culture. But then the big thing with the episode for that part, or for the music part, was Lord. Lord is Stan's father, and it's like a really weird concept, and he's like under contract from high up corporations, and in the end the corporate guy doesn't want or doesn't need Stan's dad anymore, who is named Randy. I did catch the name. And he doesn't need Randy anymore, and they're like, well, just replace it with holograms, because it's not even about records, it's not about the music, it's about comments and about tweets, because that's where they're making money. I didn't find the approach to it to be really funny. However, I did like the message where Americans are focusing a lot on people in Hollywood and how that is a bad thing, and they should not be who we look up to. And then, it was like they'll just replace them with holograms, and that's where it's going to go. I mean, they brought Tupac back with a hologram, and, I just felt it wasn't a funny approach. That it could have been done differently. How? I don't really have a way of even saying it, but I just didn't find it really funny. And then they had the part with Kyle. I actually liked this part. I thought these jokes were funny. I thought Cartman's take in this was extremely well placed. But then there were parts of it where it's just like, okay, can we just let it go at this rate? Then the big part of it with Kyle is Kyle doesn't understand why his brother wants to watch someone comment and play a video game without actually playing the game himself. That's what's going on with the younger generations, and it's the episode's point that we're just so focused on watching other people do it. But I liked that. I thought that was a good point in the episode. I also didn't find it funny either, but I liked it better than the music part of it. The episode was really focusing on what American people are focusing on, or what people are really focusing on, not just so much Americans, because South Park is a worldwide phenomenon. Overall, I didn't find the episode super engaging. It did make me think about how Americans focus on Hollywood and icons, and just how we even focus so much on the internet, and how we really do avoid conversation with those around us. We rather focus on our phones or focus on the internet. And I did like that. I just didn't feel there were any really good funny slapstick jokes in it. It was actually maybe more of a serious episode, at least coming from my perspective. Like, I was not laughing out loud at all during the episode. It was okay. It was an okay episode. I wouldn't call it a great episode. And coming from someone who doesn't watch the show that often, I'm curious what the diehard fans think of the episode. Did you find it funny? Did you think it was okay? Also, because South Park is animation, I did want to say the animation of the show really does make you laugh, because it is done so weird. How the characters are really rigid, and when they're very flat. And I get that it's part of the humor. It's not a top-notch animated show, but I did like the animation because it's different from seeing different cartoons. And I also do like that it's 2D animation over a CGI. I just never want to see a South Park CGI. I don't think that would ever work. But overall, okay episode. I'm curious what fans of the show think about it. Let me know your thoughts about it. Sorry if I did not give a glowing review of it. I just didn't find it to be an amazing episode. And honestly, it wasn't even that funny. But like I said, fans of the show, let me know what you thought about the episode. I will do the last episode of the season just to keep it up, because I know it ends really soon. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like what you see, click the subscribe button down there. I really appreciate it. And thank you again for watching, and I will be back with more videos later. Goodbye.